I've gone to classroom.google.com. Once I'm here, I'm going to hit this plus button and choose Create Class. Now I just need to give it a name, and I can fill out those other things if I like and click Create. Now that you're in Google Classroom, you may notice some differences from what it looked like last year. Right here, if you need to share an announcement with your class, you can do that there. You can attach a file, a Google Drive file, a YouTube video, or a web link. And then you can either post it or you can schedule it for a certain time. And that will show up there on the stream, and students will be able to comment if you've enabled that option. Now you'll notice the big plus button that used to be down here is now gone. There's no need for that anymore. If you want to reuse a post, you can click this button and choose a announcement that you've made in a different class and then repost it. So that's still available, and that's just right there. Now, for anything to do with assignments, you'll go over to the Classwork tab, and they're highlighting this new Create button. So instead of being way down here in the corner, it's now right there. So you just click on Create, and you can make an assignment, question, just a material, or reusing a post, and you can also make topics. So these are really great to organize things. So you could have different topics for your different subjects or different units. And that's going to keep your assignments and class materials kind of grouped together for students really easily to see. So then you go in and create an assignment. Typically, I'm attaching a file from Google Drive that I've already created. I prefer to use Google Drive files because they're more accessible for students, especially those that need read and write for Google Chrome or other assistive technologies. We want to give them materials in a format that works best for them and is not hard to convert or work with. So if I click my Google Drive, and I can add whatever I need. Right here, this setting that shows up next to files that you add is so important. So click here and you'll see 3 options. Students can view the file, means they can only look at it. So if it's just a reference material, that might be the right option. Students can edit the file, means they can collaboratively edit it together. So your whole class will be working in the same document. They can see each other's work. They can edit each other's work. And that would be really awesome for group projects or gathering ideas, but it's not going to be right for every activity. Make a copy for each student means each individual student gets their own copy of the whatever it is, and they can, edit it and work on it and turn it back to you individually. This is the option I use most often. However, it's not the default. Students can view is the default. So you have to remember to go in here and change this. If you don't select this now and you assign, when you come back later and you go to edit it, that option won't be there. You'd have to delete the assignment and add it all over again. So that's so important. I wish there was a way to make that the default option, but unfortunately there's not. So my habit is to not add a title until I've set my other options, because title is a required field and it won't let me assign it until I put a title in there. Instructions, I don't usually put instructions here because my instructions are right in the file that I'm giving them. But you could add something there. Points, due date, and topic are all optional, but if I want to keep things organized, I have to go here into topic and pick where I want it to show up on my classwork page. Right here with all students, this is also a great way to differentiate or to select groups. Because I have no students in this classroom, you're not seeing a list of them here. But once your students are in your class, you can check off who should see this file. And the other students won't even know it's there. So finally, you can click Assign. And in a moment, it will show up. The last kind of step to getting your Google Classroom up and running is to go over here to this People tab. And this is where you can add students. So you can either invite students but that takes a lot of work on your behalf. I prefer just to give students this code and they can join the classroom themselves. Now, once students start showing up on this page, this code disappears from right here, and it took me a little while to figure out where you can find it after. So if you need that code, you can also go there to the settings gear, and your class code is right there. This is where you can also choose to display the code, and it'll make it nice and big for your students if you're projecting this or whatnot, so they can copy it down more easily. And yeah, that is the basics of Google Classroom and the changes that have been made this year.